Hello and welcome to How to Make a Minimalistic Background. This is an absolute beginner guide and I'm assuming you have never used any of the software or have never made a background yourself. By the end of this tutorial, you will know how to make a minimalistic background yourself. Quick disclaimer, there are many ways to do a minimalistic background and I'm showcasing my own style. If you prefer to do it one way, that's fine, that's up to you. But in today's video, I will show you my way to do it. You will need a software that allows you to pick colors and hex codes, a drawing software that allows you to import images, use hex codes to copy and paste, and use layers, and a decent photo editor. For the sake of this video, I will use 3 different softwares. I will use Piskel for picking the colors, iPicky as a photo editor, and Google Canvas as my drawing tool. Of course, you could use others, but these are the ones that I use, and I've used these for a while. Also, these are free, and, free. However, you could probably apply this to other programs because, honestly, these are pretty common things. There are probably some that do all 3, but I don't know of a free one that does all 3, so I'm just using 3 different ones. Open your drawing tool and your color picker. You can see I have Piskel and Google Canvas open right now. So, Google Canvas takes a while to load. But for the sake of this video, I just loaded it before I started recording, so I wouldn't have to sit through 2 minutes of Google Canvas deciding to load. If it doesn't load right away, refresh it until it actually does load. Sometimes it's complicated, but it loads faster the more high-end your device is. This is a relatively high-end Chromebook, so it loads relatively fast. So get a picture that you want to do. I'm going to do Squirtle. I already have this open on both, but I pretty much just went to Google and downloaded this image. I'm not going to download it because I'm assuming you already know how to download an image onto your computer. And if you don't, I'm not a tutorial to teach you how to download an image onto your computer. So identify the main color of the drawing or image. In order to do that, just go on to here and this is the color picker I'm using, and I just select one of the colors, copy and paste this hex code into another tab. This is what I do. Or you could write this down. Writing it down is fine too, but I just prefer to copy and paste it. Okay, and then next, that is the main background of the image, so you're going to need to save this for later. If you are doing humans, I am not doing a human. Squirtle is not a human. Please don't make this their skin tone. That looks bad because there are only a couple of skin tones. There's dark skin tone, there's light skin tone, and there's tan skin tone, and none of those are appealing background colors. So I suggest doing eyes or primary color of the clothes or something. Actually, eye color would probably not be ideal just because, eye color and there aren't going to be eyes in this, or at least there's an eye here. But if you're really stumped for a color, then fine. I also tend to avoid white. I just really do not like white backgrounds, but that's just a personal preference. You can use white. I already imported my image on my drawing tool, but you might need to do this. From there, pick your first color on your color picker. For Squirtle, I am going to do the main color of the chest, which is this color code. Copy and paste this into the Chrome Canvas tab or whatever drawing tool you are using. Or just write this down. It gets every individual pixel because it's actually supposed to be used as a pixel art animator, but I use it as this. So I prefer this color. It just looks nicer. Make sure your opacity is at 100% and make your marker as thin as physically possible. You can see that Squirtle has 3 chest colors. Just ignore those. Ignore those. And just begin to outline your area that has that color. Now, sometimes a color will have multiple different areas. That's okay. However, Squirtle only has one area of his front chest little plate thing. I do not know what it's called. Turtle fanatics would probably know. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not a marine biologist. So once you have that outlined, just continue to color this in. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to color this in all the way, I will cut to a fully colored in image. And notice how there are 3 different chest colors. I don't know if I've already said this, but these are not the same chest color. I'm emphasizing on it again if I haven't already, because one's a shadow, one's a highlight, and one's a neutral. Do not make these the same exact color or I'll be a little sad. And it also takes away a lot of depth perception. You'll notice that in several areas here. This is a different skin tone from this, as this is from this, as this is from this is from this. You get the point. And I will come back to me completely coloring this in. And I will also have completed a lot of the other images. So I'll be right back. A couple of notes. You can see that I've already started doing skin tone. You'll notice that skin tone actually changed because I found that I was using an image with pretty inaccurate hex codes. So I just changed to a new one. The new hex code I have is right up here if you really care about what it is. But you'll notice that I had the layers turned off. It's kind of nice to have the layers turned off so you can, actually be able to see, because the colors blend into each other. And if I were to just draw a little bit, this looks full, but you can see I missed a ton of area there. Also, something about eyes. Eyes are gone. Remove eye privileges. They aren't here in this sort of background. Neither are noses or mouths. So just color straight over them. Like, as you can see, they're gone. No rights. The eyes have no rights. You have no rights, eyes and noses and whatever. You be gone, please. Yeah, so that's just my brief intermission because I forgot to mention that. And it's probably important that I did because that would probably confuse you if you saw that I cut straight to the finished product, or at least a relatively finished product, without addressing the eye issue. So, yeah, that's all I really came here to say. So, I did some drawing off camera, and look, it's all completed. It's like I'm doing a Minecraft tutorial on building or something where they just cut after completing 50,000 blocks. Also, you'll notice that I have 2 different layers. This is kind of useful sometimes because of precision and not wanting to run everything over. Like I meant, and yeah, that's just why I did it, and it's a useful trick. So, do you remember the base code of the hex of what you were going to do or whatever? Get that right now. Copy and paste this. And again, like I said, it changed because I was using a bad hex code and it didn't look very accurate, so I changed it. So from there, put everything to 100 and just start doing the entire screen, I guess. I'm not going to cut this out because really it's not that long. It's really not that long of a process at all. It would probably take you 15 to 20 seconds. And look there, done. If you want to, you can check the layers to make sure you got everything, but look, I think I got it all. So now that that's done, you can save as an image. It'll by default say Canvas 1 PNG, but that's just the software I'm using. So now I don't know what kind of background you want. And to be honest, it really doesn't matter. It changes based on what you want because iPhone backgrounds have a different dimension than computer backgrounds, which are different from Chromebook backgrounds, etc., etc. You get the point. But I am using a Chromebook right now, and that is what I am going to do a background for. So the background for a computer is, or at least a Chromebook, is 2560 by 1700. So I'm in iPicky right now, which is the third software, and I am going to create image. And I am going to type in 2560 by 1700. And again, this varies based on what background you want. Also, very importantly, is the canvas color. Import that main hex code that we just did. And there, we got it. So hit create. hello? Can we zoom out? Oh my. Okay. I do not know what that was, but okay, I guess. Now we've got the photo editor part. So you hit add an image and add images. So the canvas.1 is the one that I downloaded, and that's the one I want to open. So here it is, open. And I can drag this onto here, and from here I can pretty much rearrange it in whatever way I want. You can make it really, really small, or you can make it absolutely gigantic. That's really up to you. But I like to make it take up anywhere in between a third of the screen. So click off to see what it looks like. I'm just adjust it to whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. Once you're done, hit apply. And hit apply, that's just iPicky. And from there, you can save it. And that's it. You have a minimalistic background. It's really not that hard. And I know I did cut out a lot of the coloring and stuff, but the coloring takes anywhere in between, 15 to 20 minutes for something relatively simple like this. Depending on how complicated it is, the longer it's going to take. It also helps if your drawing tool has a fill tool. Google Canvas does not have a fill tool, unfortunately, so I had to do that all by hand. And I'm also using a touchscreen Chromebook, which significantly makes things easier. But you could do it with a mouse, but I always suggest using touchscreen. Please like and subscribe if you found this. Here comes the boring outro stuff, so it's 3 minutes of it. You can click off now. This is the end of the tutorial, but please like and subscribe. I'm going to say that later, but very long. This tutorial helpful, and share this with other people, just in case they want to know how to do this. This is pretty much the simplest. It's pretty much the most simple tutorial I can find. Of course, you may go on YouTube and you may have clicked on a different video that has a completely different sort of way of doing this. But, this is my way. And this doesn't have to be your way. This is just the way I like to do it. Also, a note, there might be some where you encounter that there isn't one color that you can associate with them. If that ever comes up, you can do a color that suits them. Like I've seen people make a Denki Kaminari background, but it's not yellow, it's blue. That's fine. I just prefer to do it this way. I've also done several Pokemon that are very white, and I've had to very much improvise for the background color, like using a part that's very small of them, because again, I always find white backgrounds to be very boring and bright, and I don't like them. So that's pretty much everything I can say. Again, like and subscribe. Liking shows that you like this sort of content and that you want me to make more. I might do a human one, just a random anime character that I want to do at some point. However, that's not guaranteed. Also, I might just upload me doing random whatever, more of these except commentary lists. And I'm also apologizing for the bad audio because, well, I do not have very good audio quality here. I'm sorry. I have a bad mic. And this is just what I'm dealing with. I'm in my basement. Also, please do not claim this video as your own. Please do not re-upload it without my permission. And finally, do not steal the art, or else I will get very annoyed. If you want me to, I can make a video about how to apply watermarks and such, which I might do. So enough of me rambling. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Have a nice day.